All right, weekend sports betting tips on the Barroom Network. Talking Sweet 16, talking a little baseball too. Sweet 16 tonight. We got a game about ready to kick off. Got Anthony from Powder Sports right here with me, and got Mr. Sean Higgs, a professional handicapper, the legend, as Anthony calls him.
Legend in my own mind.
And we're ready to talk, taking all your questions. I'm going to send out the tweet here. Got that rolling. All right. The post on X. Join us live, taking all your questions. You guys want to talk any baseball opening day real quick before we get rolling here?
It's been a great opening day so far.
Hold on.
I'm
going to retweet this and then I'll talk.
All right.
Dodgers run line at minus 110, minus 115, whatever you got. Had to be the gift of the day. It's too easy.
Orioles run line?
I had it.
Just as easy.
Just as easy. A lot of people jumped on the Angels bandwagon because everybody was on the Orioles, but whatever.
So I'm all over the place today. I had I jumped in live on the Orioles over 13.5. Never in doubt.
Wow.
I did late action. I grabbed the Nats and Angels late, like right before first pitch. I said, you know what? I'll grab some dogs. Losers. I got the Reds over at 9.
Yeah.
I can't get nothing going there. I took a Yankee live, and of course, as I do it, it switches off. But it's, I got a worse number, but I have
Astros leadoff single.
They were like a 237, 256 live. But I had this because I had Stroh's run line for the game. So I'm like, you know what?
Too. I got Stroh's run line. I'm with you on the Reds over. We're tied it's at 9.
I got Miami and Miami run line here. They blew that game. Ridiculous. Maybe they got 2 outs here. Maybe that guy Sanchez drives somebody. 2 out hit here will save me a win here. I got KC in the under. I'm gonna probably split on that one. Although I did the Cole Ragans K prop cash, but the Lopez did not because I jacked up the strikeouts. I hit a stolen base prop on our guy Victor Scott was plus 220.
That was a good call.
Yeah, so it looks like Stevenson's going to be a loser with his ribby prop. Of course, the guy in front of him hits 2 home runs today, so that's the way my day is going. I got a ribby prop on one guy.
First major league at bat at 33 years old.
Yeah,
wow.
Got
Nick
2 home runs.
Yeah,
Martini.
Nice.
The guy
has never heard of him.
He's literally stirring martinis for himself right now.
Yeah.
So,
meanwhile, Stevenson's like, "Hey, save some for me."
Listen, 2-2 there, but I'm going to pick up plus 140 in the props, going 2-2, and then I got a Julio Rodriguez stolen base prop tonight, 4-1. And the guy hit 37 stolen bases last year. I'll take a shot at 4-1 with a guy like that.
Yep.
So
excellent.
Yeah, I think that covers about everything. I don't know. It's a lot of action, but I got A's tonight as a dog, Arizona run line, and that is it. That is all my action for baseball. Since we're talking baseball, there you go. You got my baseball tonight.
All right.
The Guardians first 5. You getting minus 110 with Bieber versus Alex Wood. Alex Wood he is not the Alex Wood that everyone thinks he is.
Yeah, but it's just the Cleveland offense. I look at some of these scores today. It'll be like San Diego.
Cleveland could get 2 runs in the first 5 innings. That's all he needs. That's all they need.
Or they could get no runs.
More than one
or
run.
or 0-0 and it's 0-0 in the sixth, and you're like, how can't you score a run off the A's?
We'll see. It could be 1-0.
I get it. I mean,
I think it's unanimous. We're on the under in that game, but
got close to 100 people watching us online live. Let's get to we got a game starting in less than an hour. Clemson, Arizona -7.5 over under 152.5. Give me Clemson plus the points. I think they keep it close. I like the under in this. I'm on the under in this. These two teams last 7. They're 7-0 to the under. Sean, what are you liking for this night? You're on the Clemson plus the points, no?
I got Arizona. I took Arizona -7.
Okay.
I got Arizona winning this whole puppy. So I think, you know what Clemson's going to show up.
Might as well.
Well, listen, I mean, you got 4 ACC teams. You got them, NC State, Duke, NC. It's tough to say they're a bad squad. I just think Arizona. I mean, I think they're 10 points better. It's a team that's wasn't a lot of love for them. They lose some games, and people are like, oh, they're not that good. Oh, they're not that good. All right, well, we'll see. They're not that good.
Clemson is very underrated. I took Clemson plus 7.5, and I took the over 152. Arizona likes to play fast, and I think Clemson's going to run it with them. I mean, at the end of the game, I mean, if you can get 35 from each team in the first half, I like my chances for the over because the second half is usually over more points. But yeah, I like the over in this one, 152.
Listen, if you like Clemson, you like Clemson, you got to think the over because they're going to score 70. So you got a shot. Yeah.
The only concern about this game, and we'll get to the next one about that one, is it's in California. Huge advantage for Arizona, but I'm riding with the Clemson. I mean, they got
that's an early game out there.
Yep.
You know, who's coming to 4:00? I mean, they might get some Arizona fans, but it's still LA. Who knows?
4:10 in the afternoon. Clemson held New Mexico to 56 points and Baylor to 64 with their defense. Haven't shot well from 3. Arizona got there by beating Long Beach State 85-65, a 20-point winner. And then they held Dayton to 68 points. They only put up 78 on Dayton.
Dayton had a bad game. I watched that game, and I mean, Arizona realistically should have blew them out. Dayton it was awful. I had the under in that game, but I like the over in this one.
The Clemson's relied on their defense, 56 and 64 last 2 points. Center PJ Hall foul trouble in the first 2 games. If he can stay out of foul trouble, he's got a good chance to keep Arizona from getting to the rim over too much. Guard Joe Logo, he has not shoot well from 3. He's 3 for 13 in the opening 2 rounds. But if he gets hot, I think Clemson keeps this close. But Wildcats defense, top 10 in defensive efficiency. Clemson, good defense. Hey, that's why I like the
breaking news.
They got an RBI.
Breaking news. Tyler Stevenson plus 205 Ribby, and that's the over 9.5. Never in doubt. We'll take it. Winner. 205.
That cancels out the Nationals money line.
205.
Plus
205 and a plus 220. Yes, and a plus 120 winner, and we lost a plus 310. So, I feel good. That's nice. That's what we like to see.
Good mood. See. Yep.
Yes, I got to tweet that out. Never in doubt.
Never in doubt. All right, so these guys they're both on the over. I'm on the under. Arizona, Clemson.
I like Arizona.
Arizona -7. I like Clemson plus 7.5.
I think they keep it close.
Anthony's on
their
Clemson
point guard. I mean, what is he? The second best overall free throw shooter in college basketball. I mean, this guy literally just closes his eyes and just shoots the free throw.
I think Arizona wins the game. I know they love.
You would love him.
Clemson does not want to get into a track meet with Arizona, but we'll see.
Yeah, no, I got people walking in on me here.
Walking by. They're checking out the llama. All right.
This is an odd time for live, so I've been live for like 3 hours. So they're not used to a 3-hour live show at 5:30.
8 hours. Jeez.
All right, next game, a rematch of last year's championship, NCAA championship, where Connecticut 76-59 when they beat San Diego State by 17. Arguably, that San Diego State was better than this year's team. Connecticut's defense has been incredible. They have held teams down. I mean, look, At the start of the season, they were holding teams about 97 points per 100 possessions. Right now, their defense 88 points per 100 possessions. Right now, man, I like Clemson minus the points. I don't care. I think they stick it to them.
Connecticut.
Really? I mean, sorry, what did I say? Clemson. Connecticut minus the points here. I also like the San Diego State team total under. Look, San Diego State has one good player, that 20 points a game, Jaden Ledee, their big man. But Connecticut's guards are going to put pressure on the guards of San Diego State, maybe get some turnovers. San Diego State hasn't seen a defense like this. We all know how Mountain West teams have done in this tournament so far. I like Clemson. Last year, they beat this team by 17. Connecticut, they got here by killing Stetson 52-91. Before that, they beat Marquette by 16. Last game, they beat Northwestern by 17. Northwestern has a lot better guards than San Diego State. Boo Booey and company. I'll tell you, Northwestern, I think, might be a better team than San Diego State, too. They beat them by 17. San Diego State in a revenge spot. I don't think it'll matter, Sean. What do you think?
No, I think it's UConn in the over. I think UConn wins this 81-68.
Yep.
I got UConn in the over.
Yep. Anthony, let me throw a number at you. 7-0 against the spread. The Huskies, their last 7 games as double-digit favorites. 7-0 ATS, double-digit favorites. Does that mean anything to you?
I mean, if you guys know me, for the past month, I've been bragging about this Connecticut team. I mean, before the tournament, even the conference tournament started, I was able to get UConn at plus 650 to win it all. Right before the tournament started, it was plus 350 for them to win it all. So I got a really good number. Do you guys know where this game is being played? I mean, it's like it's not even Boston. It's in Boston.
This is a great point. I meant to bring this up too. This is a big New England crowd.
Sake, can it be any more of just give UConn the win?
It's a home game for UConn.
It's exactly. Just take the points.
It's at Boston Garden.
I'm gonna take a line out of Sean. Bet it and forget it. Yep, because it's UConn and nothing at all.
Bet it and forget it, Sean. Let's see. What was I gonna say? 7-0 against the spread. Their last 7 is double-digit spreads, double-digit favorites. Aztecs 2-6 against the spread. Their last 8 games.
They shouldn't even have beat UAB realistically. If anyone watched that UAB San Diego State game, UAB came back down 12 or 13, and UAB had a 6-point lead. I literally 5 minutes later, I look and they're down 4, and San Diego State just took care of it the last 2 minutes. But UAB should have had that game, and it should be UAB versus Connecticut in this spot. And to me, it would be a better matchup, but it's not. So
one of the slowest teams in the country, San Diego State, on offense. The line opened at 9.5. It's been bet up to 11.5. What? Is all the value gone, or is there still value?
Listen, I got at 10.5 when it came. I mean, 9.5 was. I mean, 10.5. That's right out of the gate. I wish I would have got it at 9.5. I couldn't even get that, and I bet early. So
yeah, 9.5 alternate line was minus 140, and it was like, okay, that's.
This game's not close. No. I mean.
No. This is about a 15 to 18
17-point win for UConn.
It's going to be another UConn will be up 20 at some point in the game.
Here's the thing. I like the over. Is it going to be 75, 55 and not get there? You'll miss by a couple points like it did against Northwestern because they couldn't get to 60?
Maybe.
I don't know. I like the over. I think it's going to be like 81, 66, something like that.
We'll see out of the start. I mean, if it's slow right out of the start like it was Northwestern, where it was 10-2 after 8 minutes in the game, and it's going to go under. Otherwise, we might have an over.
All right, Alabama, North Carolina. We got, let's see, last time these two teams played was November 27, 2022, 103-101. How you guys feeling about the over? 173.5.
Give me the under. Everybody's going to run. As much as Alabama likes to run, that's great. I mean, I like Alabama in the points here. I think their defense, as bad as it is, Carolina doesn't play it. As much as people think Carolina is going to be like, hey, let's play some 95-85 game. I don't think so. I think this game's going to be like 80-75. I mean, you need a lot of points. 173 points, you need 85 from each. You need 87 from each. It's not happening. I mean, think about it. 84-79 is a high-scoring game, and you're not near the total yet. Take the under.
So, you know how all the favorites won last weekend? Well, what is there? There's one game this week that the books could make a big portion of that back, and that's today in this game if Bama wins outright. And this has upset written all over. I got a ticket at 6-1 for North Carolina to win it all, but I can't bet this game just because, it just has upset alert written all over it. I hope I'm wrong because I want to keep my ticket, but that -4.5 just looks way too easy. I'm sorry. I can't bet it.
Game opened at 3.5, but bet up to 4.5. Let's see. 69% early picks laying the points with North Carolina. Alabama is covered in both of their tournament games as favorites, but as the Dogs are just 2-6 against the spread this season. Let's see. Total. This total hit the board at 172.5 and bet up to 173.5. If this total closes at over 173.5, it would be the largest recorded over-under number in NCAA tournament history. But totals of over 166.5 or higher have produced a 2-4 over-under, which is why Sean Higgs is on the under 173.5.
I would lean under. North Carolina plays defense, and this is also a game that plays in California. They play where Arizona and Clemson play. And these are two East Coast teams. I'm very big on travel. I think it's going to be a struggle to score in the first half and under.
All right. Let's see. We're going to head on over back to Boston, where we have a really good game tonight, man. Illinois, Iowa State. You got Iowa State all defense, and Illinois, one of the best offenses. Line sitting at -1.5, Iowa State. Iowa State's played really good. First few games, and people here are excited. They held the Cougars to 56 points in the last game, and before that held South Dakota State to 65 points. Illinois got here by beating Morehead State 85-69 and beat Duquesne. It was never close by 26 points, 89-63. Duquesne was really never in that game. I know because we had the first half plus the points on them. Didn't get close, but a lot of people love Illinois as a dog. Anthony,
I love Illinois. It's Illinois. Illinois can play defense when they choose to, like they did versus Duquesne. They just shut them down. Literally just went out and just played opposite of what they usually do on defense and actually played defense. They usually play the NBA style, no defense, like Alabama. But
like the Indiana Pacers?
Oh, yeah, Pacers. They played. If anyone watches the NBA and watched Pacers, I had the Pacers. Was it yesterday? Was it Pacers yesterday?
Yep, last night.
So one player, real quick, under the rim, literally watched the Bulls player jump up, get the rebound, jump back up, and put the ball in the hoop. And he just stood there next to him and watched him.
Posterized.
I was like, put your hands up at least. For fuck's sake. My God.
Well, I wonder why it is when they get to the NBA they stop playing defense, Sean.
It's a different style. You know what? Because the NBA is dying for ratings, what gets people in? Points.
Yep.
Not defense.
I didn't bet anything in this game here. I like Iowa State. I just think everybody's running to Illinois because of the offense and their guard. Like, oh, Illinois. And Iowa State, pretty monster win over Houston, kind of waylaid them there. And Illinois
held Houston to 41 points.
That's
a team that averages 78 points a game.
And they even the first time they played them, they beat them. They beat them during the regular season as well. So I'm going to lean there. The lines come down. Again, I haven't moved on this game. I would say, minus the 120 money line or whatever, Iowa State. But this is a good game. Sit back, watch it. People are going to say, oh, look at this offense.
There's Iowa State minus 115s out there. Illinois money line minus 105. Anthony likes Illinois.
It's a tough one. It's literally a coin flip, but I'm giving the edge to Illinois. That's another one I got a ticket on. $100 to win $2,200. Illinois to win it all.
You got Illinois taking off, going to knock off UConn next game, huh?
Well, we'll see. Hold on. I think it's 22 to 1. Let me see.
I'll take the under in this game. Big game, a lot of
10,
nerves. Boston
10,
Garden.
I don't know.
Yeah,
under 146.5 for me.
All right.
I'm sticking to my guns. I got a future on Illinois, so I just ride in it, just like North Carolina.
Iowa State could score this year. Okay,
They got a great team, But their weakness is if they fall behind early, they got to come from behind.
But you know how they do get back into the games is with that defense and transition and getting the turnovers.
That's right.
But Terrence Shannon's playing out of his mind right now. It's just like that's what
Illinois is a scary team, but Iowa State, they're both scary. They're two teams.
They're both scary
you really
teams,
don't want to face right now, and they're two totally different way of playing. One plays great defense, the other one plays great offense. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Iowa State does have a fairly good offense. They put up
score when they want to. They
put up 76 on Baylor, 76 on Kansas State.
Well, Baylor doesn't play defense.
69 on the Cougars, which is Houston Cougars. That's a good team. 82 on South Dakota State. Now had a little trouble with Washington State, but that's a team that's a very slow game.
I watched that game. It was, I mean, it was back and forth in the first half, and then second half, Iowa State, just like we all know, they're just more superior than Washington State, and they pulled away.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. That's today's games. Tomorrow we'll be here talking tomorrow night's games. Tomorrow night. I guess well, if we got it at 5, I don't think I could do 5 o'clock same time. We'll have to do 7. We're gonna miss one game. We could talk about the early game though.
Can't do 7 because someone start is on.
I know, and we can't do 5.
Yeah.
So
I'll be doing live. You can come talk to me live. I'll send a link out if you want to come in and talk. I'll be doing a live show tomorrow. I'm not gonna do a midday tomorrow. I'm gonna do like a live later because there's no day game. I mean, like how don't if you're gonna have a day game on a Friday, it's opening weekend, but I think I'm just gonna kick it back till like 4 o'clock.
We'll figure it out
time
tomorrow. NC State Marquette. Let's talk about that one real quick. Give me the over in this game.
I'm looking at the over. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about Marquette is they'll get a big lead, blow it, and then come back and cover. I mean, don't watch a Marquette game because I've watched the last.
I'm not allowed to bet on Marquette game. If I had to,
you're banned. You're banned.
I'd take NC State plus the points, and this one I think it'll be
Tooch
close.
is banned for life.
I'll tell you why.
State in the over.
NC State plus the points because NC State's playing with house money. They got nothing to lose, man. They shouldn't even be here. This year's tournament's Cinderella story. Yeah. What do they got? They got nothing to lose.
I think Marquette at the roller coaster. It depends on the roller coaster. If you're live betting, perfect. Just watch the trend. They're going to have a lead, and then they'll blow. Have a lead, and they'll blow. Just watch the trend.
Where NC State has an advantage, man, with Burns in the middle as on the glass.
Marquette doesn't have anybody that can guard them.
They don't have good rebounders. I mean, Iguodala's going to try and draw Burns out. He's not going to be able to. He'll have to try and bang with Burns.
I like the fact that Carolina, like you go over the last couple of games, different guys leading and scoring each game. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's again, like you said, they're kind of playing carefree because we can make what we want of it as we want. Marquette can give up points, so definitely give me the over, and I'll take NC State 6.5. I mean, this could be a 3-point game. You saw Marquette almost blow it against Colorado.
Yeah,
normally it's like sprinkle. I don't know about sprinkling in. I mean, the Marquette's a really good team. Like they have 4 losses. They're 8-4 to the last 12. 3 of them are to UConn, and 1 is to Creighton. Right. I mean, you're losing to the 1 seed and a 3 seed. That's a 2-point dog. I mean, come on. Yep. You can't. They're not a bad team, but give me the over for sure.
Yep, and I guess we can hit this one tomorrow too, real quick. We got still 20 minutes left. Gonzaga, Purdue. Give me the over in this one too. I'll take Gonzaga plus the points too.
I like Purdue here. I think Purdue's going to run them out of the building. I think everybody's so down on Purdue. Yep. And I was ready for it. I was ready to take Gonzaga or Kansas here, but like, you know what? It's Choke City time. I don't know, man. No one's giving Purdue. Everybody just talk about Gonzaga. Oh, Mark Few, 9 straight Sweet 16s. I'm like, this guy goes.
He's there, but is he going to the Elite 8? No.
Yeah, but still, anybody yet in the hold on a second. The guy gets here. I mean, everybody loves John Calipari. That guy can't get to Sweet 16 with 6 NBA players on his roster, and this guy has maybe 1 or 2 role players on his team, and he gets the Sweet 16s. I mean, the guy's a good coach. That being said, I think Purdue has, they have 4 losses on the year, 2 of them in overtime. I mean, Gonzaga kind of played their way in. They won at Kentucky, and we saw the SEC lose a bunch of games. So are we really, are we that sold on Gonzaga's big win streak? You lost to St. Mary's. twice, and you had a Santa Clara loss. So you were 14-3, lost by 1 at Clara.
Yep.
Which is, again, you're going to lose on the road. I get it. But I don't know. I think Purdue by 10.
Anthony, you like Gonzaga, I think, right?
I stick to my guns. I got Gonzaga plus 5.5 before the tournament started. I said Purdue will lose in the Sweet 16. They've had a bye week for the past 2 weeks. I mean, come on. Who do they play? Utah State? I mean, Edie's like this, and think of it as when you're little. You're playing with a bunch of little kids in a Fisher-Price hoop, and you're the big kid, and you're like this, and everybody's jumping. That's what the Zach Edey versus Utah State was. I mean, it was just not even fair.
I'd like to see Edey play Klingon, man. A 7-4 versus 7-2.
But I got to say,
plays UConn in the championship.
Don't underestimate this coach by Gonzaga. He's turned this team from we all called out Gonzaga at the beginning of the year. They're not going to be that good. Look who they are now. They can shoot. I mean, they have 3 legit players.
Yeah, they always get talent.
Yeah.
Gonzaga beat their last 2 opponents by 21, McNeese State and Kansas.
Yeah, I mean,
Kansas arguably injured, but I mean, come on, Kansas still a quality win.
So Kansas, they went toe-to-toe with them in the first half. In the second half, Kansas is they're depleted, okay?
Yep.
But Gonzaga, man, I'm telling you, this team can shoot. They run the pace, and they're going to take a book out of Illinois and a book out of Wisconsin on how to beat Purdue. I know Illinois did not beat Purdue, but they went very close, and they play very similar to Illinois. Yep. And how you do it is you double team Edey, and what Edey does is he throws it to his guards, and they shoot 3. If Purdue can't shoot their threes, they're toast. But a 4. And Zach Edey is going to have to score 25 plus points tomorrow if they're going to win this game, because Gonzaga is going to have something under their sleeve.
Purdue has not played good teams so far.
And when Purdue struggles, it is a tight game. 5.5, way too much. Purdue will have to dominate this game for them to cover this number.
Got Duke.
Edey will have to dominate this game.
Duke and Houston tomorrow. I love the under in this game.
Oh, one more quick thing. You know how you get to Purdue? Just take the big guy out. Put him in foul trouble.
Well,
it's easier said than done, but there's got to be a way to get this guy in foul trouble.
Or you draw him out of the post and make him chase around a shooter. One of the tall shooters.
That's how you beat Purdue. That's it.
I'm gonna minus 4.5.
I got Houston. Man. I like Houston in the under as well.
I got Houston money line. Duke money line.
I'm leaning Houston, but I like Duke in this one too. I just tell you, Filipowski and those guys, they could get Houston guys into foul trouble. If you saw them foul out again, that was a brutal game versus Texas A&M. I watched that game, man. 3 players fouled out.
Duke's got no depth. They can't handle this physical team, man. They're way too physical for them. Houston will pull away here.
Yeah, Houston is just Shed and Sharp and those guys. Just this will be a good game. I like my best play would be the under. I think it's going to be a battle. I think you're looking at like a 65-60, 68-63, 68.
I think we'll see first out of the gate. If Houston, this plays a Houston type game, it's game over right out of the gate. Yeah. But if Duke starts shooting, I think we're going to have a ball game.
I don't know. Coaching edge, Houston.
Oh, I agree. I couldn't agree more.
Yep, 100%.
I got to go with overall better shooting, overall everything. I got to go with. Depth is their only weakness, but 3-point shooting, Houston's going to force them to shoot those threes.
Houston doesn't have a lot of depth either, man.
Yeah, but they had 3 guys foul out last week, and they still came back and won by 5.
That's the thing. You come back in a game like that's a game you should lose. Like most teams would just crumble up and be like, we blew this game, crazy shot. Like that's a game you lose, and they still won.
Yep.
They still won. So that's coaching.
That's coaching. Coaching was awesome in that game. Creighton, Tennessee, man, McDermott. This is it, man. And I hate the Tennessee coach. I always look to fade him, but he's got a great team this year, man. I don't know who's going to guard Dalton Knecht in this game, man. You got Kalkbrenner in the middle, defending the rim versus the Tennessee player guards and banging down low. But man. This is the toughest one, like Sean said. Toughest one.
I got nothing. I'm pulling for Creighton. I got Creighton in the Final Four. But again, I didn't play anything here.
I got Tennessee.
It feels like a game that Tennessee should win.
The only reason Tennessee even kept that game close last week is because they couldn't hit a 3 if their life depended on it. Every ball was either way off or went in and out, and they still almost covered. They should have covered, but they blew it late. But I think if Tennessee can get their threes going and play the opposite of what they did last week, I don't think it's close.
Yep. Creighton, 17-point win over Akron in the first round, beat Oregon by 13, 86-73. Tennessee, they didn't have any trouble with St. Peter's. That was a 34-point blowout. And then they beat Texas by 4. It was a little closer, as Anthony said. The under, man, I kind of like the under in this game, man. I think
I don't know. Creighton's going to want to stretch their leg. I like the over more.
I like the over. I like the over.
Creighton's got the mid-range shooters that give Tennessee troubles. But man, I don't know. I mean, they've been playing some defense in both these teams have been playing a little defense.
Forcing a show pick, I'm going to say Creighton in the under, but
yeah.
It's not a lot of points. Season average for teams is 145 total, so a little bit lower. Let's get some free plays unless you guys want to talk any baseball before we get out of here.
Julio Rodriguez stolen base prop tonight, 4-1. There you go. Be a winner.
4-1. All right.
Guardians -0.5 first 5.
Guardians -0.5 first
5. And then the A's will win in the 8th inning or 9th inning for sure. Never in doubt. A never in doubt win for Sean.
No doubt. Never in doubter.
All right. Here comes some free plays. About 200 people watching live online. Anthony's free play Illinois money line tonight versus Iowa State versus Northwest. 3 teams playing tonight. What the heck am I doing here? What the heck?
They get it.
They get it for certain. All right, Sean's free play Alabama UNC under 173.5. I also like this play. And then Tooch with San Diego State team total under 62.5. Dog of the day. We didn't talk about this really, but Anthony and I were just like Clemson.
Well, I didn't know you were going to talk about tomorrow.
Everything. Yeah, I didn't. Well, I mean, in case we don't make it back, you know.
Yeah, I think Sean likes 7.5. I mean, this is not an official dog of the day. Let's just say this is.
Yeah, how about the other side? So that's definitely the official dog.
This is more of a fill-in. Yeah. I mean, this is just your personal. I mean, there's really no official dog.
Because I mean, I guess NC State maybe would NC State would be the dog. No, you don't like NC. You like the other side. So we have.
I think their time.
I like NC State tomorrow. I know my team. I think, like I said, NC State's playing with house money. They have nothing to lose.
We don't have a dog today. We're all on different.
It comes down to the roller coaster. We'll see if Marquette is on their low with 5 minutes left, then NC State will probably cover. But if they're at their high with 5 minutes left and they're running, this is going to be a 10-point win.
All right. Sign up with Sean at Picks and Parlays or winningfreepicks.com and Anthony at VIP, sign up for VIP at powdersports.com. All right, fellas, let's get out of here. Go have some dinner. We will talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Good night.
Take it easy.